Like that.
Feedback, Susan.
I'm gonna ask.
I know that.
So some of y'all to turn y'all like this way so y'all can hear what I gotta say.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I only
so I'm probably gonna take that 5 minutes on the stage anyway. What I do, I mean, there's people, enough people on here that I could talk to just a little bit.
Well, then.
What up, though? What up? How many people I got from the city? What school y'all go to?
I think
What high school?
it's
Okay, that's Metro. Metro. I already know what school you went to.
you should thought.
You went to Lee Cast, right? What about you? Ferndale. Oh, it's Ferndale, folks. Already here, yo.
I feel like it looks familiar.
Yeah, girl. You have to be at your basketball.
That's it.
Yo, so how many people had y'all all the time? Everybody in here check? What you do? You checking up? Healthcare. Okay. That's what's up. What you do?
What she said.
Both in healthcare. What you doing?
I'd say the this.
IT help desk. Okay. How many people had an influence that helped them to get where they at?
I mean, yeah. So,
If you had an influence that helped you get where you at, I would like to see your ass.
that's an invoice?
Some influence. Some sort of influence. What was the influence like? Supportive. What else?
Consistent, positive.
Consistent. Positive. What else?
Long lasting.
Long lasting. What else?
Yeah. Yeah. So, real.
What was the name? Real. Ooh, genuine. Okay. So if I had,
Yeah.
I'm writing my master's thesis, right?
Stop.
My master's thesis is how do I get black and brown folks into STEM?
Silly? How about
Into STEM? No, not STEM. We are not do that. We learn how to cop the good stuff. No, but how do I get black and brown folks into science, technology, engineering, and humanity? I wrote my master's thesis on this, and it's through partnership.
it's all you?
It's through giving people the exact same thing you just said. Somebody who is supportive, somebody who is genuine, somebody who's real, somebody who I can call somebody consistent, consistency. Well, look, at Microsoft, we got this program called TEAS, Technology Education and Leadership School. We build computer science pathways in high schools. Our specific focus is on students who have been historically excluded, aka black and brown folks. We are trying to give back to the community in a way that is genuine, in a way that is authentic, in a way that is sustainable. So we take people like yourself and put them in classrooms. And we put them in classrooms and pair them with teachers to teach computer science. We're taking intro class, which is Python, block-based coding. We're doing our APCSP, which is JavaScript. We're doing APCSA, which is Java, cybersecurity, data science, AI. It's 5 different subjects. And we're in 11 DPS degrees. So the reason why that is because we're ACTS. We're at Denby, we at Mumford, we at Cody, we at Osborne. We're at the city schools, impacting students who were just like us, who did not know that this was a possibility for them. And when y'all first made y'all software engineering check, or your first check outside of school, what y'all feel like? Hey, we going. Hey, we out there, right? But what then? See, you in healthcare. That's the thing. Yo. No, come on to the tech side. No, but if you got that first check And realize not only can I buy some games, not only can I cop a fit, but I got some left over. Oh, what am I gonna do with this? All right, I'm putting on my bill. And cell phone bill on me. You on my payment plan now. Right? You need someone? I got you. Right? That opportunity to be able to not only change your own life, but change your family life, change your community, invest for a long time, have to do something you can throw in the rock IRA. Yo, that's stuff that we were not taught. Flat out. We had to learn the hard way. We were not taught how to be able to create generational wealth, most of us. Most of us had no idea that computer science was a place that we feel that we could be in. My degree is in mechanical engineering.
Good.
So I didn't even know that computer science was something. I had to find it on my own. I'm going in the back, oh, this coding thing, I hear about it. My uncle said something to me. I hear about it, I'm gonna go try something. That ability to be able to have somebody who's speaking into your life is something that we often take advantage. We often take for granted because we didn't know that it's a whole bunch of black engineers. They like to tell us it is, it ain't a lot of us everywhere, but it's enough of us to be in one school. I only got the letter ABCDs. I got 17 in Wayne County, 60 in the state of school, in the state of Michigan. And it's hard for me to get one black face in every classroom. Yes. It's desperate out here. Our kids are desperate for something new. They're desperate to learn something new. And they are just like us, very capable, very smart, very, very excited to learn something new. But they need to see our faces. They need our faces to come out our mouths and say, you can do this. Not only can you do this, but I got a little bit of skin in the game, and I'm gonna show up consistently for you. I'm gonna show up authentically for you. And I'm gonna do that for a whole school year.
You need to realize.
When we do this, we start in about now. We interview our volunteers. We put them in a classroom between 2 and 4 other volunteers, so you're never by yourself. There's always a classroom teacher in that classroom teacher is also learning the own side of that student. So now you're talking about sustainable detoxing. Because that classroom teacher is to learn alongside, and when we pull out, now that classroom teacher is like, oh, I learned computer science, not just from a book, I learned computer science from somebody who's doing it every day. Now we're talking about generation upon generation of students who now have access to that generational wealth we talked about earlier. We know every student is not going to be a computer scientist. We know every student is not going to go into that field, but the ability to be able to make change and to be able to critically think through the things that Darren was talking about, making social change in our community, that's something that's a skill that you use in the field. When I'm evaluating a line of code, I'm looking at this line of code and saying, there's a part of this that's not right. I can look at a political system like that. There's a part of something that's just not working right. How do I fix this line? I can look at our social justice system and say, there's a part of this that's not working. How do I adjust this line of code? In the big picture, this is a skill that we're teaching our students, and they need to be able to learn it from our faces, because the faces that don't look like us, unfortunately, don't care about our problems. We care about our problems.
We should.
And so when we have a space where we can say, yo, not only am I going to teach you how to code, but I'm also going to teach you how to apply this in my own life. I'm going to teach you what this has done for me. Now all of a sudden the kid is like, oh, this is better than any class I've ever taken. And I get students that say that every year. I didn't know. Man, this is so cool. Oh man, I didn't know that we can do X, Y, and Z. I'm asking y'all to get on this. Making an impact here in the city of Detroit making an impact. We don't know, I mean, we are international. We have Toronto, Mexico, and I think they just started India as well. So we just expanded global. But we're in 30 of the 50 states doing this exact same thing. And we desperately need black and brown faces to show up because I can take somebody from Seattle and they work at Microsoft and put them in a Detroit school, but they don't know Detroit students. And when things get hard, when somebody came to school in a week, I get the report of, these kids don't want to learn. No, not the truth. Get out of here. So then I got to come and have 50 conversations with a volunteer who like, well, this is just too hard. Yo, this is hard. This is what I live. So now I'm just asking for you all to take some time out and look into this program. TIA's Technology Education and Leadership School. We know that sometimes it's a big ask to ask you to give 2 hours of your week inside of a school, but I'm telling you it's going to make big change. If you get one out of the 15 students in that class at every school to decide they don't go into the computer science, if you get one of them, you have made a substantial amount of change in your community. And it grows. Martino knows this because he got one of our students working for him right now. Joel is a student who came under the TILS program and now teaches computer science all across the city of Detroit. If he didn't have access to somebody like you, he may have never gotten that opportunity. He may have never done that. So, I'm gonna ask y'all, when y'all finish, I ain't gonna take up too much of y'all. Look, now it's it. See, I'm cooking all the speakers. That was it. When y'all finish, please stop at that table, scan a little QR code, and even if it's not for you, share it on your social media. Share it to your friends, share it to your network. Because this impact that we need to make is something that is near and dear to our heart. It's near and dear to most of our hearts. When we look back on our communities, we get sad because we like, what? I know those kids that were smarter than me, they had more resources than me, they had all these other things, but they didn't make it through. Why is that? Because some of them just didn't have the support. Somebody didn't tell them they could do it. So, thank you all, I appreciate it. Let's look at some questions. Anybody has some questions? I want to tell one.
Lady.
I'm going.
Out of all the engineers that volunteer, what you
Get the blank point.
out of all the engineers that volunteer, what disciplines do you normally identify? Is it ultra engineering, web engineering, engineering?
So, we try to be intentional about exposing our students to any disciplines of engineering and computer science that they possibly can. I got people who contract insurance companies and they volunteer. I got the course Microsoft, but if you're in the other part of this is you being a team of volunteers, that you're on a team with somebody from Microsoft, Amazon, and Google. And now you get a chance to network with these folks. So we get a wide variety of volunteers, a lot of entrepreneurs. Thank you, Big. Who is one of our volunteers. People who care about the community. I would say that's the common thread. Not necessarily where they're coming from, but the common thread is somebody who cares. That who don't want friends who care. That's good. Date. Any other question? Go ahead.
With the curriculum that's being taught, do you more look for people who already have a background in tech or just people who are pretty much from like any graduate school?
So let me say this about the curriculum. The curriculum is pre-written out. The curriculum is already done. We are looking for people who have a passion for tech. We have asked, in the interview, we do interview to try to make sure you have some sort of skill that you can teach. But we do ask for people who come from multiple sides, people who are boot camp. I have people who are self-trained. I have people who've been in the industry for 30 years. And I have people who are now sales side, and they don't code at all anymore, but they know the foundation. So,
Have you?
some tech experience or some coding experience is what we ask you.
Not just you, but
Any other questions?
Wow. What's the expectation at the end of the program for like a student outcomes? What would you like from start to finish? What is the end goal look like at the end of the two?
we'll talk about corrections.
So I can answer that from multiple sides. The end goal for me is access. So you gave my end goal when they walked into that.
They don't.
I want them to just understand that this is something they can do. End goal for program, they can see that class. End goal for the students is depending on the class they're. APCSP, they complete the AP exam and they got college credit. APCSA, they got college credit. If it's a cybersecurity course, they finish with that cybersecurity certification. So that's the end goal for some of our students. The majority of our students, they just come into the class and get a exposure that they never had.
Yeah.
But
Okay, I'm trying to sense this. So, are students coming through different years, like right here, high school? What does that look like for them that are interested?
so some of our schools say it's mandatory for all sophomores to go through a class. Some of our schools have said this is open electives, and it can be any dirt. So it depends on what school you're at. Most of these, okay.
Okay.
And for the ESCD, I would say they actually will normally have more upper placement in the class because that's when the students have more time in their elective space.
So then, will they take about in high school? It's like you probably take that class. Well, are there essential to store kids would say, "Oh, I want to take this like multiple times as an elective," or it's just a one shot? Let's hear it.
If they have school, so for instance, Mumford just finished building a pathway. And in Mumford, they started off in the intro class, and the intro class had a bunch of students who wanted to take another class, so they added another class. And then they just keep adding based off student demand.
And thank you.
Are all the college credits transferable to majority lessons? Or are there lists that you go out?
Yeah, so the AP exam they're done through College Board. So yeah, they're transferable. You've always been good stuff there.
I missed a little bit. The AP exam that you would prepare them for, what is that again?
So APCSP, which is more like JavaScript, about how the internet attacks the world. And then there's APCSA, which that's equivalent. That's like equal equivalency to the intro to computer science class in college. So there's two different courses. That APCSP is kind of hard for some students to this is kind of my English. Like, what do you do? It's kind of something where it's
For the night. I just like,
yep.
I'm gonna, so, we need to discipline the word here. Say, that's just,
I was just going to add that SEC is illustrating a lot of other things that are in serious STEM. I work in marketing, specifically the automotive sector, and a lot of what's happening in like gasoline vehicle, graphic paste, TV. So I don't get how they're waiting to guide opportunities to people on days to take, but maybe access them until you have passive and research.
it adds.
That's a phenomenal question. So what we try to do is make sure our program is about access. So, but once they get that access, we try to say, okay, there's code 313. Make sure we go and get more access there, get more understanding there. Okay, there's Journey. You can go get more understanding there. There's Code Next. go get more understanding there. Boot camps. Here can you get a deeper dive into the way you apply that, as well as the APCSP curriculum has students design an app based off of their cares. So they design an app based off of what they need to avoid. And that normally is cross development different kids.
Okay.
Any other questions? Yeah, cool. Be better than that.
How long did it take to fill out the application?
That actually like 15 minutes. Yeah, so it's 15 minutes a day. So process is you fill out the application. We send you emails that comes fill out the application. I figure out time I schedule the interview, and then we interview. And I ask you about your preferences for time, schools, if you want to be remote or in person, subject, and then we try to pair what your preferences are to what our needs are.
Most of the classes take place during regular school hours or?
Yes.
Oh, speak like people.
So it's first or second hour of the day. So first and second period of the day that we try to get our classes so that you can go and volunteer and then get into your work. We know tech work. I work in tech. No one's doing it today. If you got West Coast people, you ain't starting to
I definitely would add that there's training that happens after they get interviewed, and that's great because you get to meet like all the other volunteers at the Microsoft office downtown.
Yeah, let's talk about
Okay, it's remote now, so you don't even go there, but it's a great place to meet other people. And the course, the APCSA course, is the same course as UC Berkeley, so you're exposing all the students to like, Ivy League course that is right here in Detroit. I was on a break for a little bit, but I'm going to go back and volunteer. It's just a great experience at the end of the year, like when you get to see your students just make the app, and they're just like completely different people. I was at DIA for Young Women, so just being in a girls' classroom with all girls and having that exposure to brown girls, black girls is great because I'm definitely running after that feeling still.
How long is the training? And at the end of the, if this skill set that I newly learned, will I be certified?
So no, you won't be certified, but you do get a digital badge. So you get something to show up that you can't put on your resume. You get to put Microsoft on your resume. And that's Microsoft. We know what that name alone does. So there's a digital badge that we give you when you say that you just get to throw it on your make day. It's offered through Credibly, so it is it feels it's like a certification. So it is a credible digital badge.
How the training?
Training, sorry. So training is anywhere between 10 to 18 hours of remote, but you got on Psycher. So after I interview, I open up that training, you got on somebody that complete that. And there's two asynchronous sessions but again, those things happen remotely now. And they happen multiple times throughout the summer, so you could choose from which one. Hey, like, excited to find you?
Well, at least.
I appreciate y'all. Thanks for that. I know I'm John. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, but that one, I think you're going to be up next, right?
yeah.
Yeah. One of those